What up, what up, what up, what up? It's me, L Teddy 27.
What's good tonight? Right about the hood.
Oh, dear God, I'm already eating a drink.
Look a damn mess. Just a damn mess. No means no, and yes means no. What up, 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 what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is up? It is me, L Teddy 27. I am back with yet another review. This is gonna be our review for Put a Ring on It. This is season 1. It is episode 8, I believe. And I don't remember the title of this episode, but it'll be somewhere around me. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so what am I eating? Because I turned into a whole ass fat bitch, and I'm just eating everything. So over here, I am eating some sushi because I was hungry. But here's the problem: because of my fat ass, I love sushi so much, and my fat ass orders a lot of sushi, so I don't usually get the wooden sushi chopsticks. I have actual, chopsticks that I use all of the time that's made out of porcelain chopsticks, because real girls do real things, and when you eat a lot of sushi, you want you some real chopsticks. So I have some real chopsticks. So I went to the sushi place and I said, "Hey, don't worry about the chopsticks, because I have my own at home." They were like, "Okay, no problem, good." Child, I came here. Tell me why I can't find my chopsticks nowhere. Not a damn place. And I don't. Child, so I'm over here just eating it with my hands like some ghetto ass alley ass motherfucker. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Anyway, what do I have? This is some raw salmon on top of with some rice, seaweed. It has some crab meat in it, but it's the salmon that does it for me. And then I got another roll which has shrimp on top, tuna in the middle, and crab in the middle as well. It's good too. Put them back. Now on this side, I'm gonna be eating Pepperidge Farm sugar cookies. Put them back. All right, I went the long way around that. We got a lot to talk about in this episode anyway. So we start off at the big house with Dr. Nicole. Shay says she's gonna let go of these boundaries that she's keeping on Michael, and he's going to be free to do what he wants on the dates. Try not to eat with my mouth open. So then we find out everybody's going to go on another date with the person they just went out on the date with, except Vince. Vince said he didn't want to go out on another date with the with photography chick. I told y'all last week, something about her last week changed from how she presented herself when they went out on their first date 2 weeks ago. So I could see why he would say, "Yeah, I don't really want to go out with her no more." Because she changed from 1 week to the next. Hollywood said that he wanted to go out on his second date with the chick. I think her name was Shantae. Because he said he really didn't give her a chance. He hasn't really been giving any chick a chance because he just wants to. He's not trying to fall for nobody. He doesn't want to be, he doesn't really want to date. He just wants to be with his girl. And that's fine. I understand that. Ashley going on a third date with Kwame. Tamika is going on a second date with that dude, Devin. Shay is going on a third date with Rick. Vince won't go on a date this week since he's not going to have a brand new date. He's not going to go on a date this week. So we see Shay on a date with Rick. Now, she tells Rick that all of her boundaries are lifted so they could do whatever, but they don't really do nothing. She admits that she's only doing stuff with Rick to get back at Michael, like it's a tit for tat thing. Shay is such a juvenile. Like, this is so 5th grade. Like, she's so juvenile. If I was Rick, I would have got my ass up and walked the fuck out and been like, "I ain't here for this. This is not what I'm here for. So you're not really that into me. You just doing this, and you just gonna play with my emotions and play with my feelings just to get back at your boyfriend and do tit for tat." Child, I would have got up and walked out. It's so juvenile. Hollywood goes on a date with the Shantae chick. He tells her point blank, "Hey whore, hey girl, hey girl." I shouldn't call her a whore because I don't know her, but that word is interchangeable for me. I'm a whore. I'm a whole ass whore. But hey girl, hey. I'm not looking at, because she asked him about, if this don't work out with you and Ashley, like, what are you trying to do? And he was like, "I ain't looking to get no relationship. I'm not about to get out of a 9-year relationship. and jump right into another relationship. Nope, not looking to do none of that. Sorry. I am looking for a good bust down. So if you want to, you can sign up on the list to be a good bust down. Now, you can try to be all holier than thou and pious, Shantae. She said one thing on camera. I got a feeling she exchanged numbers with Hollywood to let him know, hey, boo, if it don't work out, I will allow myself to get bust down. Because let's just be clear. Everything aside, aesthetically, if you're just looking to get bust down, who really, if you're into dudes, is going to look at Hollywood and be like, oh, no, I'm not going to get bust down by you. Come on down. Hollywood can bust down just about anybody he wants to. Hollywood is the type of dude you let bust you down. That's, if you're going to get bust down, it's going to be by Hollywood. Just saying. The man is attractive. Very, 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 very attractive. I mean, just saying. He claims he has a big weenie or wee wee, he called it. I don't know how exactly it could be big. If you call it a wee wee or weenie, I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know. You know, men's love to brag on themselves. Usually men that size with them big muscles and stuff like that don't be working with too much anyway. So, but sometimes there are exceptions, anomalies. Moving on. The ladies hung out, Shay, Ashley, and Tamika, and not a lot came out of that. Shay did say that this process has kind of made her and Michael's sex life get reignited, and they have a lot more sex now. Like she say, he banged her back out before the date, after the date, leading up to the date, and I was like, And so in my mind, I'm like, if you know he's having this much sex with you, and still before the dates, after dates, and so forth, why would you even? I guess I don't know, child. Get it how you live, Shay, because apparently you're doing something right. So I can't even say nothing bad about Shay no more. Get it how you live, girl. Tamika went on her date with Devin. He's now, if I'm comparing Devin to aesthetically, Devin to Vince, Devin is not as aesthetically pleasing to him. I was trying to figure out what was going on with his hair because his tape line, his edge line was down here, but the mohawk was back here. And I was trying to figure out, like, there was a cognitive dissonance between where the mohawk started and the tape line, edge line stuff. Girl, I was trying to figure that out. I also was trying to figure out why, for the life of me, in everything that is holy, did this young man come out there parading his chest hairs all over Al Gore's good internet and all over my television screen. Nobody wants to see your chest hairs. I'm sorry, Devin. It's a no for me, dog. Personality-wise, Devin seems to be a lot more outspoken and outgoing than Vince, though, which might work for Tamika. Me personally, I don't go for the outgoing types. I like the more reserved, introverted types like a Vince because I'm outgoing enough. I don't need you to be as loud as I am. I'm loud enough. I'm gregarious enough. I'm outspoken enough. I don't need you to be doing all the carrying on. I got all the carrying on for both of us. I just need you to sit down and be quiet when we out in public. Anyway, so then we see Michael goes on his date with Whitney. He tells her that even though Shay lifted the boundaries, he basically tells her, we just gonna have to be friends. This not gonna work out. I ain't gonna play with your emotions. I'm not gonna play with your feelings anymore. I'm all in with Shay, and it's gonna be what it is. We see that Dr. Nicole pays a private visit, does a private session with Shay alone without Michael, and so they have this sit down about Michael's son Zion and getting Shay to open up about Zion, and Shay says that now she's open for Zion to move in with them, and she's opening up to it, and she wants to develop a relationship with it. But a couple things here that I wrote down. That's how you feel, but how do you know that that young man, after seeing the things that you said about him and how you felt about him on this good television, is going to want to develop a relationship with you? Because if I was that young man, I probably wouldn't want to. I probably would want no parts of you after the things that you had to say about him and about wanting him to have a relationship and live with his own father. You're trash, Shay, but we already talked about that. I also don't know that I believe that Shay is genuine. I believe to a certain degree Shay has shown that she's going to do and say anything she can to get to getting married. Like, if me saying that I'm okay with this young man coming to live with him will get me closer to get married, I say whatever. Might get to a situation where after, let's say they get engaged, they get married, and then the boy move in and come to find out she ain't like the boy at all. And now we got this whole tumultuous relationship in the home. That'll be all your fault, Michael. It's a mess. Ashley goes out on her date with Kwame. Child, they playing. They are playing. They get way too close for comfort. It is way, these lines are way too blurred. And I'm looking at Ashley sideways like, Ashley, you need to stop playing. I respected Michael because Michael said, I'm not going to play this game. Michael, when the boundaries were set, he stuck to the boundaries. That even once the boundaries were lifted, he said, I'm not going to play this game. I'm going to just let you go because I'm all in with Shay. I think, Ashley, if you getting this chummy close and all of this with old boy Kwame, I think you're going down a dangerous road. You need to just go ahead and call it quits with our boy Hollywood, and then just go ahead with Kwame. But I'm with Hollywood too. Would you really want to just jump into another relationship after you've been in a relationship for 9 years? I'm just saying. And if you're Kwame, do you want to date someone or try to foster a relationship with somebody who you know just got out of a 9-year relationship? I wouldn't want to date nobody that just got out of. I wouldn't want that either. Back down to the big house with Dr. Nicole. Shay and Michael talked to Dr. Nicole, and Shay finally admitted that she can be really selfish. And everybody was like, really? I mean, we kind of knew that, Shay. We knew that. So good. Michael then told them that he's all in with Shay. He's done with Whitney. Nothing's going to happen with that. I was like, okay, Michael. Of course, Shay was happy about it. Because she getting exactly what she wants. Then we got to Ashley in Hollywood. And I felt Hollywood's frustration this time. Because Hollywood said to her, she went on and on and on about how, oh, he was such a man. He was so gentlemanly, and talked about all of this chivalry that he was showing her, opening doors and making her feel comfortable and treating her like a queen. And Hollywood had to say, hold on now. Hold the fuck on. Now, you talk about this Negro that you done met for 2.5 seconds that's doing that because he has a purpose and intention for doing that, which is to try and get you. Do you know where he's going to be 9 years from now? Because he be like, I'm still doing all of that stuff 9 years later, 9 years in. Say what you want to say. Coupled with the fact that now, at some point, Ashley, you still trying to hold Hollywood to the carpet about something that happened 3, 4, 5 years ago. 2, 3, 4, 5, however many years ago. When are you going to let it go? Hollywood, do you want to be married to somebody that's going to hold this kind of grudge year after year after year and still be calling you out on this same grudge that they got all these years later? Do you want to be in a marriage with somebody that has the propensity to do that? That's not fair to Hollywood. But I was with Hollywood this time. I was like, now girl, you going all in. Because say what you want, Hollywood does not present himself like an awful man. Like he's just treating you wrong. Like he's talking trash to you, cussing you out, beating you, and I don't get that from Hollywood. I don't know. So then we get to Tamika and Vince. They had another big blow up, cussing, Tamika cussing and stuff like that. They need a lot more counseling. They need a lot more one-on-one sessions with Dr. Nicole if this is truly going to work out, because they keep having these fights. Now, as much as Vince says that it's all on her and she doesn't trust me and she's always thinking it's something, every time we look it up, we find it out about a new situation that you done had. And at a certain point, Vince, if you know your girlfriend is jealous like that, doesn't trust you like that, why would you put yourself in situations where you know, oh God, this finna be? Because even when she talked about going to his house or whatever, you was like, oh, she snuck over my house. And I was like, wait a minute, that's your girlfriend. Generally, if that's your girlfriend can't kind of, show up at your house because it's your girlfriend. That's kind of like how it happened. And I was kind of like feeling Tamika with, if that's your roommate's friend, why the fuck isn't your roommate walking this chick out to the elevator? Why are you walking her out? Why are you concerned? Why are you so frantic about me coming over when you knew I was coming in? That whole situation, I ain't saying this was totally wrong. I ain't saying Tamika was totally right. But I think that a lot of Tamika's frustration is Vince wants to make it like there's nothing going on. Like everything Tamika has accused him of is completely wrong. Like she done saw everything wrong. And if that truly was the case, Vince, and if Tamika was truly wrong on every single thing she accused you of, then why are you with her? Nobody's gonna stay with somebody who's accusing them of things that they know they do. Nobody. Come on now. The cooch ain't that good. Okay? You ain't that ugly, Vince, when you can't find somebody else. Apparently not, because apparently, according to Tamika, you busting them down left and right. But anyway, it just, I think it comes on both parts. Just like Tamika won't let go of all of the things that happen to her, Vince, you refuse to admit your wrongdoing, but want her to get over it. And you still ain't admit to no wrongdoing. I thought he was doing his own rendition of that Shaggy song, It Wasn't Me. Because every time she says something, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Picture me, we were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom door. How could I forget that I had given her a master key? All this time, and never took her. I don't know the words, y'all. But I just knew he was doing his own rendition of It Wasn't Me. It was a mess. That was the whole episode. I think, and it's so funny. My house of tables are turned. As much as I think Shay and Michael are very toxic and should not be together at all, I can see them being the only couple that stays together. I can see Shay and Michael being the one couple that puts a ring on it at the end, and the other two couples, Ashley and Hollywood, and Vince and Tamika, going their separate ways. A mess. And Shay gonna end up getting exactly what she wants. A mess. She's still trash. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Until next week. That's all I got until next week. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We out.